One of the most debated struggles of being a jungler is how and when to be in every lane at the same time, and this one happens to be everywhere. Greetings summoners, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Nocturne, and with the upcoming patch you'll see why he's going to be a solid pick in season 13. Let's start off with a basic breakdown of the abilities of Nocturne and how to effectively use them. His passive is Umbra Blades. Every few seconds Nocturne's auto attack will slash through as an AoE attack while also dealing damage and healing him for a small amount. Keep in mind, with every auto attack the cooldown is reduced by 1 second. His Q is Duskbringer. It pushes out a shadow in the direction of your choice, dealing damage to anything it hits, while also increasing your movement speed and attack damage while standing on top of it. This is also really important when it comes to fights because Duskbringer will stay on your target if you hit them, allowing you to stick on them very well. His W is Shroud of Darkness, a spell shield that passively gives attack speed. If the spell shield blocks an ability, it gives double the amount of attack speed for a short time. What's also an important note is that Nocturne can spell shield attacks from Herald, Baron, and Dragons to take them faster. Just keep in mind it's a decent cooldown, so you won't have it if someone tries to contest you for the objective. His E is Unspeakable Horror. It tethers your enemy for 2 seconds, and at the end of it, it fears them. And finally, his R, Paranoia. Nocturne makes a map dark, removing vision, and can dash to enemy champions as long as they're in range. Stay tuned for some extra tips on Nocturne's ultimate ability. For runes, Nocturne's most common rune page is Lethal Tempo or Conqueror, then taking Triumph, Legend Alacrity, Coup de Grace, and then for secondary in the Domination tree, Eyeball Collection, and Ultimate Hunter. For flex runes, I personally take Adaptive Damage, Attack Speed, and Armor, but some may prefer double Adaptive and Armor. Did you know that going to Blue Jungle Pet can increase your productivity and clear speed by up to 20%? Nocturne is already amazing at taking camps, but while taking the Blue Jungle Pet he can easily get to where he needs to be for an ult, or even making his clear time faster. Getting the level lead in the mid to late game is a huge deal. Just be sure not to throw your lead and greed on an ult kill. Moving on to core items. Right now the move seems to be building Ravenous Hydra first. I have to be honest here, I'm a little upset at myself for being late to the party. It's making meta picks feel and play like new champions. Nocturne benefits off this greatly, as Ravenous Hydra will speed up your clear as well as allow you to take minion waves faster. And before you say anything in the comments, no, I'm not talking about walking through mid lane and taking cannon wave as your ally waddles back to lane. Stridebreaker has been the best mythic to take on Nocturne for a long time. The active and base stats on it are way too good to pass up. Stridebreaker allows you to keep your target slowed while you're able to fear and right click them to death. Oh, and the whip is pretty good for clearing camps too. This is the one change that really matters for Nocturne right now, and that is Axiom Arc. Riot has buffed this item to give it 18 lethality instead of 10. That is an 80% increase, which is really insane value. Upon getting a kill or assist within 3 seconds of damaging an enemy, Axiom Arc will lower your ult cooldown by 20%. This is making Axiom Arc look really good for a third item purchase. Let's talk a little about Nocturne's playstyle and pathing. Nocturne is one of the best farming junglers while also having an impressive early game 1v1. Ideally, Nocturne will be looking to hit 6 as soon as possible. So here's how to get there. 90% of games you will full clear your jungle from bot to top, look for Scuttle, and possibly gank, then reset for Tiamat and do it again. This will be the fastest and most consistent way for Nocturne to hit that level 6, as that is when the game gets more interesting. With the combination of Tiamat and Nocturne's passive, clearing camps will be easier than hitting no when a toxic player puts up a forfeit vote. Nocturne plays really well into melee junglers with only one main damage ability, like Lee Sin, Trundle, Rek'Sai, kinda. Although if you're up against Olaf, Trundle, or Mundo, I'd suggest taking Ignite instead of Flash to ensure your early game goes as planned. Nocturne struggles against champs with ranged or high mobility like Kindred, Talia, Camille, and even Wukong. When your ultimate is up, you want to path toward a lane you believe will be gankable. Every time your ult is about to become available, you should be repeating this same action unless you are severely behind and just need to stick to farming. Clear camps, gank, clear camps, gank. This very simple routine will get you to level 18, while the enemy jungler is still level 16. During the mid to late game, Nocturne's ultimate is absolutely game changing. A well-timed ultimate can mean winning or losing a team fight. However, it can be used in more ways than diving that lonely ADC. Nocturne ult can be paired with allies' abilities like Rumble and Maokai ult, where it hides their ults from being seen by the enemy and they have no idea what they're walking into. Let's not forget about being able to ult after Twisted Fate ults to cancel vision. When you start to get more comfortable on Nocturne to recognize plays like these, that's when you have players in all chats saying that Nocturne is completely overtuned and Riot needs to nerf him. I really hope everyone trying to learn Nocturne got some value out of this guide. Please consider leaving a comment, like, and subscribe if you're new. I'm Zazzle, and I'll see you in the next one.